Yeah, very comfortable. Okay, we're on to our drop jumps, and we're going to be doing, these are the medium intense plyometric work. So the aim with these is to be nice and quick as we can off the floor. I'm not really worried about the hurdle height here. The only thing I'm worried about is being as quick as possible off the floor. So I'll show you what I mean. So yeah, as I said, I'm not trying to go as high as I can. My only aim here is to be as quick as possible off the floor. So yeah, we're only going to do 3 sets of 5 reps of them, and then we're going to go into our approach hurdle jumps. Today, we're not going to be doing anything max kind of effort. We're just trying to get back into it. This is only our first day back training legs in 8 weeks. Well, we did some training while we were away on holiday, but not very much, and it wasn't very consistent, and it wasn't very good training. It was just whatever I could when I could. So now we're getting back into it now. We're going to we have a solid 18 weeks at it where we can really push ourselves. So the goal for the first 3 to 4 weeks is just to get back to the level I was at before the 8-week holiday, and then take it from there. Really try and push my athleticism after that 4 weeks after we're back to where we were before we went away. So we're just getting back into it. So we're not going to be doing anything max intent. As I said, we're going to do some hurdle jump. We're going to do 2 more sets of these for 5 reps. We're then going to do some approach running jumps. We don't have much room here. As you can see, I'm at my parents' home gym. It's kind of a really small area, but we have enough room to do some running jumps. Obviously, we won't be going too high, so it doesn't really matter. It'll probably be like 2 or 3 steps and then going over the hurdle. And then we're going to do some back squats, some RDLs, and finish with some accessories. Just keeping it nice and simple today, getting back to basics while we're trying to get back into training. I think that's the key when you've had like a long layoff or a long holiday. It's just get back to basics, get back into the habit of training. Obviously, for the last 8 weeks, I was traveling Australia, so the habit of training wasn't there. It wasn't something I was focusing on. So the only goal for me for these next 3 to 4 weeks is to get back into the habit of training, get back into my goals, get back driving that intent into each exercise, and do it safely as well. You know, I could easily come back in here, try some max effort jumps, try some max effort squats, and absolutely ruin my body and be sore for weeks, or even injure myself. That's not something I want to do. So that's why I'm going to take it slow. I'm just going to do whatever I can. I don't really care about pushing intensity with this exercise, this session. It's more just getting back into it, getting back into habit of it. And hopefully, honestly, I think within this week and then maybe next week, I'll probably be able to push myself the week after, and try and get back to where I was beforehand. But first couple of weeks, just kind of get myself back into it, back into the habit of actually training, and then we can start pushing ourselves. I think that's something a lot of people do wrong when they come back into training. They just try and go right back into it and try and absolutely kill themselves because they think, oh, I've taken a long time off, I need to get right back into it, I need to absolutely kill myself. But then that's the worst thing you can do, because that means you're going to be probably going to be sore for days. You're not going to be able to train for another week maybe, and you'll still be sore. So it's not really about trying to get yourself sore, trying to like catch up on what you've missed out on. It's more just about getting back into that routine, getting back into that habit of training, and trying to get the love back for training. Ever since being away, like I kind of lost my motivation a little bit, so now my only goal is to get that habit of training again, get back loving training, get back into it nice and slowly, keep myself from getting injured or like hurting myself, so I can continue training hard and continue training, getting back into the habit. Okay, we're on to our approach jumps now, and it felt good to get back into those drop jumps, just being nice and quick. We also did 5 minutes of extensive plyometrics to warm myself up. It's pretty cold in this little shed, my gym shed, so we just did 5 minutes of extensive plyos, just different variations, single leg, double leg, moving all different directions. And then we did the drop jumps with the medium intense plyos, just trying to be nice and quick off the floor. So it's basically just an extended warm up. Now we're going to go into our approach jumps. The main aim with these, just get back into that movement of jumping. So yeah, I don't really care about the height today at all. I'm just going to try and do a few jumps, probably up to like 10 to 20 jumps. I don't know. We're just going to see how we feel. Probably just raise the height of the hurdle every 2 or 3 reps and just take it from there. Probably won't be that long doing this, like 5 minutes maybe. Yeah, so we're just going to do 10 reps in total. We've already done 4 there. We're just going to do every second rep, no, every 2 reps. We will increase the height of the hurdle just slightly, and then we will rest 30 to 60 seconds in between every set, and then, yeah, that'll be us. Okay, we're on to our back squats now. We're doing this is 130. We're going to hit a single here. We'll see how this feels. We've done warm-up sets, and 120 felt really, really comfortable, so we'll do 130. My best before my holiday was 165 for a single. Probably, honestly, could have pushed 170 that day, but I didn't. So this is quite lightweight, 130. Like, it's nothing crazy, so should manage it comfortably. But again, the aim isn't to really push myself today. It's just to get back into it. My hips are feeling a bit tight, probably because they haven't been doing this kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll probably hit 130. We'll see how it feels. I might go to 140. I don't. We'll just see how we get on. Gonna belt up for this one. Just, even though it's not that heavy, I normally wouldn't use a belt, but you know, just in case. Yeah, very comfortable. Felt very, very comfortable. I think I will go for 140 because I felt like probably could have got like 5, probably more than 5 reps there. So yeah, we'll give it a go. It's always a little frustrating when you go on holiday and then you come back and your numbers are nowhere near what they were before you left, but that's just what happens when life gets in the way. You know, you don't want to have training as your only focus, especially if you're not an elite athlete. You want to go do things, experience things, and have a life outside of that. And then when you get back into training, that's when you can just get back into your habit, just get right back into it and get back into your focus, you know. So as frustrating as it is to not be where I was before I left, I know that probably the rest has done me well. You know, I was in season with football for about over a year because I switched countries to Australia. I then had a massive 10-week block where I was like really working on my athleticism. I pushed myself really, really hard. So I probably needed that little break. And honestly, it might help my body in the long run because now I have an 18-week period where I can really push my athleticism and try and get as best as possible. So maybe that rest has helped my body recover, the nervous system recover, which is also important. So sometimes it's good to take these rests. And that's why I never plan deload weeks for myself, because I'm always like, life gives me deloads. Like when you look at holidays, my traveling, it's a long deload, but like it gives me a deload. You get ill, it'll be a deload. You know, there's so many ways life gives you deloads. You don't need to plan them in advance. Or when you're feeling like tired one week, you can just take a little bit of a rest week. You don't need to plan it. You never know when you're going to need it. I don't get these people who do deloads every 3-4 weeks. It's like, you don't need a deload after 4 weeks of hard training. You only need it when you need it. Like you don't know in advance. I mean, it's really hard to plan. The human body is it's very impossible to know in advance when you're going to need a deload. So that's why I think life gives you deloads, and I'm hoping this 8 weeks off has actually helped my body recover, and now I can really push myself. But it's obviously a bit frustrating being where you're nowhere near where you were before you left. But again, I don't think it takes that long to get back into it. I think within 4 weeks, I'll be back to where I was. Maybe even sooner. Like that 130 felt really, really comfortable. I know that's still quite light, but I don't think, as long as I keep myself injury free, I don't push myself too much, then I think it'll be like 4 weeks, I'll be back to where I was, and then I can start pushing again. So it's not really that big a deal. So yeah, we're going to try 140 here. I'm sure it'll be fine. But again, we're not going to go heavier than that today because I know I don't want to push myself that much. And then we've got one more leg day this week where we'll do a single leg exercise anyway. So yeah. Okay, really happy with that. That depth felt like I was pretty low. It felt like a really, really controlled rep as well, which I'm pretty happy with. So now we're going to do some back off sets. I think I'll go down to 110, do 1 to 2 back off sets, maybe 2 maximum, and try and make them all good reps, probably like 5 reps each set, and then we'll just see how we go. So again, 110 for 5 is pretty simple for me, but yeah, we're just gonna get our body back into it. Cause it's not just your muscles when you get back into it, your nervous system. It's not just my leg muscles as well, it's my back muscles are not used to this load on it anymore. So you need to take in consideration everything rather than just like the legs. Like my legs should probably take more. It's not just about the legs, the whole body's a system. So I want to make sure my whole body's fresh and not getting injured as well. So yeah, I'm just going to do 110 for 5 reps. See how the first set feels. If we want to do the second set, we will. There's always something nostalgic about training in this gym. You know, it's my parents' home gym. It's where I've made did most of my training when I was younger. Especially when COVID hit, I was really lucky that I had a home gym. So I was still able to train. A lot of people didn't get access to a gym. I know the gym's closed for 6 months, and then maybe in the second COVID closed for like 5 months. So it's almost a year where people didn't have access to a gym. So I was extremely lucky to have this home gym. It's a bit nostalgic because obviously it feels good to be back, and this is where I've made most of my gains. This is where I've enjoyed my training the most. You know, I don't have that much room. Only got like a squat rack with some weights and a barbell. I've got a pull-up bar, but like not much. A very small room, and still managed to get a lot of work done in this. So I'm very thankful to have a home gym, and invested a lot of money in all this equipment. I probably need to get new stuff, but it's done me well. I've had it for 10 years, maybe just about 10 years probably, and the stuff's fantastic, and it's great to have a home gym, so it feels good to be training here. But yeah, we're going to do 110 for 5 reps. Super easy, didn't even need a belt, to be honest. I don't even know why I put it on. Really felt quite comfortable. So I'll do one more set. The aim was just to get nice low into them, nice and controlled, get my body back used to doing squats. Hips are feeling a bit better now. I just needed time to get into it. So we'll just do one more set of these, and then we'll move on to the RDLs, where we'll do probably 2 sets for 8 reps, I think. And then, yeah, we'll do some accessories. We're going to do some hip work and some calf work, and that'll be us for the day. Okay, we're on to RDLs. We're not going crazy heavy with these. We're just going to do 100 kilo, 2 sets of 8, which is pretty simple, to be honest, pretty easy. The goal, obviously, as I've said, is just get back into it. So within every week, we'll just increase that weight, maybe take the reps down, and that's how we're going to do it. Just basically progressively overload. That's exactly what that is. So keep it nice and light today, and then for the next few weeks, we'll just keep progressing until we're back to where we were. And the aim at RDLs, I really want to get this weight up. It's not something I've ever really pushed. I think my best is 140 for 5. So I reckon I could easily get 150 for like 1 or 2. My aim would probably be to try and get up to 180, like a 1.8 times my body weight. But we'll see, because I'm now sitting at 101 kilo, but I'm going to get back down to between 98 to 100 kilo, and then my aim is to get as fast, explosive, and as athletic as possible at that weight. So my goal is like to get a 180 back squat, 180 RDL, 1.8 times body weight back squat. I think is pretty solid, really good for like being able to express your athletic qualities. I could push that 2 times body weight. I don't think I'm going to get that in 18 weeks, but I really reckon I could get 180 because I was at 165, so it's 15 kilo. I think I can easily get up to, which would be class. And then, so I think having that 1.8 times body weight back squat will set me up for all my athletic stuff like sprinting, jumping, aims to get them higher. Jumping as well is one of my main aims. I'm not a very good jumper, and jumping is so important for athleticism and for sports, so I really want to get that improved. So that's going to be one of my main goals, back squat. Get my squat up for my strength. I think I'm still quite a weak athlete, and then get my power up by doing jumps and improve my vertical jump and broad jump. That's like my 2 main goals, and I want my speed as well to improve. It's not my main goal, but I still want to get faster. I think I'm like not super fast, but I'm fast enough, and then I want my jump height, compared to my jump height anyway, I want it to improve. So, and then getting stronger is going to help everything as well anyway. So yeah, we'll do a set of 8 with this, with RDLs. Really comfortable. Don't even need straps for these, so that shows how comfortable it is. Normally, if you're actually pushing your hamstrings and RDLs, you'll need straps for your arms because your arms shouldn't be able to hold the weight if you're really pushing the RDLs, because that's if you can hold the weight in your arms, I think to me that shows that you're not pushing your hamstrings enough. So obviously I can do this with no straps quite comfortably, so I should be pushing heavier, but I'm not doing that this week. It's just to get back into it. That stretching hamstring is so good. It feels so nice on the RDLs. That's why I love this exercise. So yeah, we're gonna do one more set of these. Okay, now onto our calf raises. I'm just going to do standing calf raises. Normally I do these on a Smith machine. Obviously don't have access to that, so we're just using the barbell. It's crazy how what you can do with just a little bit of space in a barbell. For the ace leg day today, I managed to do some plyos, some jumps, and a proper lift, squats, RDLs, calf raises. There's not much else more you need for a leg day, like plyos, jumps, heavy lift, hinge, heavy squat pattern, hinge, accessories. There's not much else you need for a leg day. If you did this session, repeated it every week for like a year, the strength you'd have would be insane. You'd also be more powerful because of the jumps. You'd be nice and reactive because the plyos. Like, it's crazy. You don't need that much. You don't need to change exercises every week either. You just need simple, consistent exercises that you can progress on, and all these exercises I've done today you can progress on quite easily. Drop jumps, you can just increase the height of the hurdle slightly, or increase the height of the box you're dropping off of and try and be nice and quick off the floor. With the jumps, you just increase the height of the hurdle, obviously. Squatting, easy to progressively overload, just add weight every week. RDL is the same, and calf raise is the same. It's super simple, and obviously you're not going to, a lot of people get bored of the same exercises all the time, so it's fine to change it, but if you want to make real progress, sometimes the best is to do the same exercises every week and just progress them every week slightly, and the strength you get would be incredible. And again, you don't need that much room. I've got a tiny little room here, and if this is all I did for a year, I can guarantee I get strong, powerful as hell. So yeah, we're going to do some calf raises now. Just going to go for 12 reps. Okay, we got one more set of that, and then that's going to be us for the day. So I appreciate you watching again. This is going to be a series. I'm going to try and call it the athletic rebuild. My aim is going to be to rebuild my athleticism and then push it as much as I can. So I want to show the process of what it's like to try and improve your athleticism and come back after a holiday. I want to show the whole process of how that works and how I'm doing it. So I'm going to try and get at least 2 videos out a week, if not more, to be honest, because I really enjoy doing these YouTubes. I think it's something that I want to do more of, because I know when I was a younger athlete growing up, I used to watch YouTube videos all the time, watch people working out, watch what people eat. The only issue for me was I was always watching bodybuilders because I was the only people who ever did YouTube videos. So what I'm trying to do with this series or my channel is to show athleticism training, show that it's not just about bodybuilding, and I want to show my process of how I'm trying to become the most athletic person I can be. So I'm going to try and get as many videos out as I can, just documenting my process, documenting how I'm trying to make myself the most athletic person I can be. So if that's something you're interested in, then you should follow along. But yeah, apart from that, I'll maybe try and get more in-depth stuff about S&C as well. I'll talk about some more different subjects and all like that. And that's going to be the aim of this YouTube channel. Show my process of trying to get more athletic. Try and share as much my knowledge on S&C and what my thoughts are on some subjects. And then if you have any questions of that, you want me to talk about anything, just put it in the comment section. But yeah, if you've managed to keep this far, thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time.